So let's go over some limiting beliefs, because remember, like I told you, 80% of this starts in the brain. It starts in your own head. So what if I mess up? You get 1,000,000 first impressions. What if they yell at me? You get 1,000,000 first impressions. And they're going to yell at you, and they're going to get mad at you. But what I like to do is I like to make it a game, right? When somebody yells at me, is what can I say or do to bring down their anger, to make them connect with me better? And that's what you got to look at this. You got to look at this as a game every single time, because if not, it doesn't become fun for you. And then it becomes really tedious and very hard. And then you choose not to do it moving forward. So you want to make sure that you're making this a game. So as people give you objections, they're yelling at you, they're cursing at you, try to diffuse the situation. One of the things I like to do is I get very, very soft, and I'm like, my goodness, Mr. Seller, I am so sorry. I did not mean to ruin your day. Those were not my intentions at all. I'm sorry if I really ruined your day. That's not what I was trying to do. I truly apologize. A lot of times, they feel bad for me. You understand? When they feel bad for me, this doesn't mean that you're saying, oh, okay, cool, they feel bad, I'm going to hang up. No, they feel bad for me. I'm going in harder. Like, let's go. I'm developing some relationship with you, so this is good. So I'll keep building on that momentum, right? So I love it when they get angry. I start having fun, because it's like, oh, how can I overcome this thing? And there've been people that have threatened me with some interesting ways that it sounds more painful to them than it does to me. Because some people get creative with the words. I don't want to sound stupid. Well, let me tell you, you will. You will sound stupid. There are times today I still sound stupid when I make calls. Because there are some times that they're going to hit me with something that's like, it just threw me off. It happens very rarely, but it still happens. Sometimes they come at you with some weird shit, and you're just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell to tell you. And it's just experience and time. So are you going to sound stupid? Yeah, you are. Who cares? 1,000,000 first impressions. Nobody's going to remember. I stutter too much. Yep, you will. Honestly, that's going to be very, very common when you're starting off. It's cool. After that call, take a deep breath, you brush it off, you go at it again. Eventually, you've done this enough time, well, all that stuttering, all those, they're going to go away. And you're going to be able to speak so much more fluidly and straight to the point. And you're going to be able to really build rapport with these people. So this one's funny. What did they do want to sell, right? Like, and believe it or not, you're like, isn't that the point? It's the point. But when you've made so many calls and they're all no's and rejections, and all of a sudden you actually speak to somebody that says yes, you're like, shit. What the hell do I do now? And it throws you off all the time, even though that was the whole point of the calls. But it throws you off. You weren't expecting it, So I don't want you to think, oh, that's silly, that's dumb. It is what it is. You understand? I just want you to understand that's a part of this business. You're going to get thrown off, and you're going to speak to people that actually want to sell. So every deal will end up on the phone. This is why cold calling, in my belief, and you can call it an opinion, but to me it's more of a fact. It's so important because some of my students, they came from doing direct mail. And the first thing I did was I stopped them from doing direct mail, and I got them to doing cold calling. And they're saying, but, direct mail, I get people that are actually calling me interested to sell. Like, yeah, but you suck on the phone. So they're interested in selling, but you don't know how to close them. You don't know how to convert them. So what's the point? You understand? Now you're spending a ton of money on direct mail because it's expensive. It's not cheap. You're spending a ton of money on direct mail. These people are calling you and you can't close them. So it doesn't help you to have people motivated calling you if you can't close them. You need to get good on the phone. You need to get good with asking the right questions, with building the rapport with people. And we're going to go over scripts later on, but this is something that, again, why do you start with cold calling? Because every deal at one point or another is going to end up on the phone. And the sooner you get good on the phone, the sooner you're going to be closing more deals. And it's just a guaranteed fact. I don't care for people's opinions.